Hi, hope you guys are having a great day. I spent a good part of my day getting some things packed up for my daughter to go off to college, her second year. She's very excited because well, first of all, she decided to transfer schools, and she's excited for this new journey. And she's excited to be in her first apartment with three other roommates. She'll have her own room and a beautiful kitchen, and she's very, very excited. But as I was getting some things ready, I was putting together her doTERRA stuff and all her natural health and wellness little kit. Now, whether or not she'll use it, I don't know, but at least she'll feel empowered to have it there, and she's used it since she was little, so I hope she'll use it. And so I thought I would share about some of the products that I would recommend for a college dorm or college apartment. I'm going to share a lot of different products, but I would suggest that you make it simple and start with just a few products and kind of build them up from there. So I'm not going to go into like a lot of education about each product. I'm just going to kind of name the product and a little brief introduction about it. And then you can always reach out to me or read more about each product on my website, my doTERRA website. So without further ado, let me see. I don't think I can flip the camera. I have all the products sitting here, but I can't flip the camera. So I'm just going to hold them up. Okay, so the very first product that I would recommend for a college dorm, or of course a room in an apartment, would be a diffuser. So there's all different kinds. doTERRA has different ones. As a matter of fact, we have one that is a humidifier as well, which is so awesome. But this is the one that my daughter likes. It's small and it's kind of fashionable. And it's very easy. You just fill it with water to the mark, and then you fill it with whatever oils that you want. So that's the best thing about a diffuser versus using any other kind of scented product like a candle. You can, candles are good. A, you want to be very careful, of course. And B, you want to make sure that they're homemade, from soy or beeswax. Even if they're store-bought and it says soy and beeswax, it usually has other synthetics in it. And I will speak a moment about why we want to stay away from these environmental toxins and synthetics. Very briefly, those toxins do get into our body, into our bloodstream, and they act as disruptors to our hormones and our endocrine system. And it makes it very challenging when those start to build up to be able to detox those out of our bodies. We are already, as just human beings living in the United States or wherever, are exposed to many, many environmental toxins on a daily basis, like things that we put on our skin. When we step outside, we're exposed to environmental toxins. And so if we can reduce the toxins that we are exposing ourselves to as much as we can, then we're reducing what our body is exposed to and possible long-term health effects. And you can feel free to read about endocrine disruptors, environmental toxins, and how they affect the body and long-term health and health conditions that are related to that. So using a diffuser is really fun because you can pick different oils and different scents. I know a lot of people like around the holidays, like the holiday scents, and you can create that with all your essential oils. So it's great. And then you can also therapeutically use your essential oils aromatically for health benefits. So if you are studying, if a student is studying, then you can use peppermint, which is very awakening, rosemary, which helps with memory, orange, which also is very awakening and helps with focus. So there's lots of different diffuser recipes that you can use to kind of go along with your health goal or your school goal. Sleep, that's another one. You can put Serenity in there, and that helps with sleep. So the diffuser is a must, and it's so peaceful and relaxing. And like I said, also uplifting. If you're having friends over, you could put in kind of a fun scent, and it just kind of gives everybody that energy. So definitely a diffuser. Okay, so now I'm going to get into a couple of the oils as well, since we started talking about that. So the first one I'll talk about actually is Serenity, which is one that I just said is good for sleeping. Lavender is also good for sleeping and rest. Serenity is good for calm. So any anxious feelings that are going on, Serenity is really good, especially when blended with another oil called Balance. So this is a really one that I would highly recommend starting with. Like I said, you want to start simple, and I'll say the ones that I think if you absolutely don't have any doTERRA and your kids haven't been exposed, but you know you want them to have that natural option, this would be one that I would recommend to start with. Breathe is another really good one, especially coming up to environmental threat season and allergies and so forth. Breathe is respiratory support, and also just kind of keeping the air clean. So really good one to be able to diffuse. At night, diffusing Serenity and Breathe is an excellent combination. So another essential oil that I would recommend pretty much up front would be On Guard. And to keep it really simple, some of these come in a roller. And you can actually use it topically. It already has some coconut oil in it, and you can put it on the bottom of the feet, back of the neck. Why the bottom of the feet? Because that's where we have our reflexology points. So pretty much wherever you put it, it's going to get into the system where it needs to go. And we have large receptor points down there. So large pores. So that is a good place to put our oils when in doubt, if we don't really know where else to put them, or we just want to put it on our feet, and or if it's a multi-system oil like On Guard. So that affects all of our systems but it's definitely our immune system. So putting on our feet is good. So this is a protective blend, On Guard, and it has different oils that basically give our immune system that extra support. Our body is made to be able to support an immune system, and this just helps give it that little boost. And then this would be the oil. You can't pour this in a diffuser. So they do serve different purposes, but if your kid is one that maybe won't use it, but wants it to be really easy, and then I say always go with the roller. But On Guard the oil is a really good one to have if they're using a diffuser, because this would be a great one to be able to add to the diffuser, especially if a lot of friends are over. We're just keeping the air healthy and circulating with some Breathe and Orange. And then also if your child isn't feeling that great, then they can use On Guard in their diffuser. And then definitely on the bottom of their feet, you can even take On Guard, not the roller because that has coconut oil in it, but you can take this one internally as well. And I'll speak for a minute about internal use. I will only recommend doTERRA and the ones that are recommended for internal use. And that's because I don't know other products. Many other products have been shown to have synthetics and are not sourced ethically. There we go. And so I know how doTERRA is sourced, and that's for a whole nother video. You can watch some of the videos on doTERRA's website, but everything is sourced very ethically, naturally, and pure. Everything is tested. So this is one that you can take internally. So very important for immune health, which of course all of our college students need. And then when we're protecting our immune system, that helps support everything else like sleep and focus, energy, and then nutrition. And then all of those things help support the immune system. So it's all connected, the brain, the gut, and the heart and the body, all connected. And of course, our home, which will be a dorm or apartment, we want to protect that too. Okay, so the next essential oil that I would suggest as a definite would be peppermint. So peppermint is a multi-use oil, and that's why I recommend it. It's great for stomach, great if you have a headache kind of coming on. It cools everything down. I recommend using it with a little lavender and frankincense. Frankincense is anti-inflammatory, and lavender is actually nature's antihistamine. So it also just calms the body down. Histamine means that you're usually having some kind of inflammatory reaction going on. So peppermint is very cooling. So if your child feels like they have a fever that isn't worrisome enough that they have to go to the hospital, of course, you can use this to support bringing down your fever very naturally. Whereas some over-the-counters will kind of just mask that you're feeling well, and then you go about your day, or even push in some extra energy, and then as soon as that wears off, you realize that you're really not feeling that great. So peppermint just brings it down naturally. When we don't feel good, that's our body's way of saying put the brakes on and slow down anyway. Not that our college students are really going to do that, but we can encourage them to listen to their bodies. Peppermint is great in brownies for a little minty brownie treat, and really good in water. Also, it helps with the stomach, just helps things go keep going in the body, flowing. And then peppermint is really great in the diffuser with wild orange. Just those two combined, you can go, get very creative with your oils in the diffuser. But for studying and just alertness and getting ready for the day, peppermint and wild orange is an excellent combination. Wild orange I would have in there too, because it's just so uplifting. So if your child just needs that extra boost of energy, they can just put it on their wrist. It's a great personal scent, also personal aroma, so that we're getting rid of all the perfumes out there, which are very toxic to our bodies. I'm not going to get into it, but the perfumes have been shown to disrupt our endocrine system, and just very, very toxic. That's what it is that's going in the body. So instead, choose essential oils, which are very pure and gentle and natural. So wild orange is a fun one for to be able to have to use topically, even in your water too. It tastes delicious. And then in the diffuser. So another, I would say must would be DigestZen. This also comes in a roller, so keep it simple and you can get the roller. This is one that you're really not going to diffuse, so I would say the roller would probably be much easier for a college student to be able to use. But basically you're just going to roll your stomach with it, or take some DigestZen with coconut oil and just rub it on your stomach. The benefit to having the pure oil as opposed to the roller is you can put it in your water and take it internally as well. So tea tree is another one that I would say to have on hand, maybe not as top or right away as those. This is one that you can add on, but really good if someone is coming down with something. It's antifungal, antibacterial. So this with On Guard is a great combination to be able to just put on the feet and roll and massage the feet. And it's also antifungal. So we know that in the college dorms, the kids are sharing showers and, all that kind of stuff. So even for cleaning, you can add it to your own cleaning products, or just kind of sprinkle it in the shower. And then if something did happen to someone's feet or toes or hands, there's just all kind of molds and fungus we know in college dorms. Tea tree would be really, really good to have. And again, just good if you're not feeling that great. It's a good one. You can use that topically. And then lavender is another great one because it's very calming, very relaxing. This is another one you can use at night if you're having any kind of stress or anxiety. This is a really good one. And definitely helps with sleep. Another great way to use lavender is, instead of using dryer sheets, which dryer sheets again are full of toxins and then it gets into our bodies. So how easy is it to just get rid of the dryer sheets? Can't really get rid of some of the toxins that we're exposed to outside in the environment, but get rid of the dryer sheets. get dryer balls. I should have them here and I don't. Dryer balls, and that's what you can use. And then you just pick what essential oils you want to use. I love using Purify, which is the cleansing blend, lavender, serenity. Those are usually, or some On Guard too, because then it kills any bacteria. Speaking of laundry, we do have laundry pods. So this would be another great product to add to your child's dorm or apartment. And it's great. It comes with 45. So with the amount of laundry that they're probably not doing, hopefully they're doing more than we think, this will last a long time. And I can smell it right in the bag. It smells so, so good. My family absolutely loves these. Okay, so there's definitely some more here that I have, but I'm going to share just a couple more. Serenity does come in a roller also, so that's a really good one to have in a roller. And this is the last roller I'm going to share. This one is called Adaptive. And Adaptive comes in a roller, an oil, and a capsule. And it basically was developed by scientists and doctors working together to support our body with overwhelm, anxiety, stress. So we know that all of our college students, even if it's a healthy stress, there's stress, anxiety on the spectrum, but this is really preventative so that we keep our kids mentally healthy. It smells absolutely amazing, and it makes a great pure, Pure, fume, personal scent if you want, but really helps calm the nervous system if you have something going on. So I highly recommend Adaptive. And you can also, I'm gonna put my screen, oops, oh my goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. I'm glad that didn't cut off. I have my bottles back here. Okay, so Adaptive also comes in a capsule, and this is it's formulated obviously a little different than the oil, but it basically has ingredients in it that work with our neurotransmitters in our brain and the messages that the brain is getting to calm the nervous system and calm the cardiovascular system, so that we can just relax and be able to approach things even if they're stressful, but be able to get into a state of mind where we can do that. So that's Adaptive. So this is also a really, really good one, especially if your kid does have some stress and anxiety. So getting into a couple more of our supplements. Two things, you know what, I did forget. I have a little kit here. Is the peppermint beadlets. These are teeny tiny little beadlets and the On Guard beadlets. They come, I think there was like 200 in here or something. They're tiny little beadlets, and you just put them in your mouth and you pop them with your tongue, and then they have the oil in them. So the On Guard's really good, an easy way for college kids to be able to get that immune boost. And then peppermint is really good, for if you're out and it just gives a fresh breath, but also helps with digestion and alertness and focus. So if you're going into a class and you're kind of dragging, then just pop one of those peppermint in and you'll be more alert and awake. Let me turn on my light here. It's starting to get that's so much better. Oh my gosh, I should have had that on the whole time. I'm sorry. It was light when I started, but then it started getting dark outside. Okay, so this is another top, I would say top priority for college students. Like really you could do this in like a couple of the oils and the laundry pods to start, and I think it would be good. But this is called Lifelong Vitality. And I always say anybody that is starting with doTERRA Wellness, this is a great foundation. as healthy as we can be, if we're eating right, sleeping, all the good stuff, our body still needs support. I mean, even in terms of nutrition, our soil doesn't have the nutrients that it used to have. And our bodies just need support. So that's what this does in a very gentle way. And I love that you can kind of figure out what dose works for you. You can work with your doctor. But in a nutshell, this has all your vitamins and minerals in it. And I recommend taking probably 2 a day, 1 to 2 a day. All the vitamins and minerals. So your kids are probably not going to be eating the best at school. Maybe if they have an apartment, they'll start to cook. If they do want recipes, they can follow me at Lee Deborah Wellness on Instagram. But this is a must. You can get all three or you can get it separate, but I always say they work synergistically together. So that's that. Then you have your omegas. So basically, this is good for your brain health. So omegas and lots of other things, your heart health, but I'm kind of giving you the very brief overview. And then this is your cellular complex. So this, I say, is what you're taking to help the deepest inside parts of you that is actually probably the most important, our cells. We don't see them, we don't know what's really going on, and all that we can do is support them and keep them healthy. So that is what this is. So even if they take one once a day, it is better than nothing. So highly recommend this. The cost is really effective compared to other comparable supplements. These are whole food, natural, no synthetics. So I really like those. And when you get that, you can also pick 3 other products below our wholesale. And one that I would recommend is Deep Blue. So this is a anti-inflammatory if you're having discomfort, any head tension, muscle tension, cramping. This would be a really good one just to have on hand, as opposed to the over-counter product that really is more of a masker and also can have very long-term negative effects on the liver, as we know if you do your research. So this is a great alternative to that, just all natural, anti-inflammatory. Let's see here. Okay, just 2 others. Okay, this one is also a definite. I feel like we have the On Guard beadlets here, and then we have the On Guard oil, but this is On Guard Plus. So this has oregano in it. So oregano is nature's antibiotic, and then it has On Guard in it, and then it has black seed oil. So all these goodness for our immune system, but plus the oregano. So if your child feels like they're coming down with something, they can take this and hopefully it will help them feel a lot better. A lot of kids don't love, making an appointment and going to the doctor. Of course, I recommend going to your health center if you are really not feeling well. But many times we can be empowered to take care of our own health, and we should be doing it with natural things so we're not causing other problems in the body. So this is a great one to have on hand. I actually recommend using it preventatively and taking it at least 3 to 4 times a week. So that's On Guard Plus. And then if your child has seasonal threats, this is a must. Try these. Lemon, lavender, and peppermint are in each capsule, and they address seasonal threats. So that's an important one to have on hand. I did forget to mention lemon oil. That's also a really good one to have because it's good for cleaning, good for just kind of keeping the body detox very naturally. Put it in your water. It has a great aroma, really good on dryer balls, really good in the diffuser, and it's like $12. So that's a definite. A couple other ones would be our hand sanitizing spray. Load up on that. You can get 5 in 1 pack. This is an adaptive spray, which also goes with the adaptive system. So really nice just to be able to spray on yourself or in the room. And then this is a Serenity nighttime spray. So to be able to put on your bed and just have it be calming. All right, let's see. I'm almost coming to the end here. Trying to keep it to 30 minutes. Let's see if I can do it. I knew that this would be a longer video because I really want to show you guys all this goodness for your college students. Okay, this is another supplement. Again, like I think the LLV is a must. This also supports digestive health. It supports so much. You can read about it online. But if they need a little extra boost with digestion, the PB Assist is a great probiotic. I really like it. It's a slow delivery, so it works really well in the system. Okay, these are also really just good to have on hand. These are On Guard throat lozengers and then breathe lozengers. So really, really good for those kiddos to have. Sometimes they just like to have something easy to take and then they feel better. Okay, Deep Blue is a must, especially if your child is an athlete or goes to the gym. I will say, I hope they're doing some sort of exercise every day, and if they're not, send them my way and I will help them with some coaching and inspire them and help them with their mindset around that, because exercise is probably one of the most important things, and sleep, to help with college success. So anyway, Deep Blue is for any kind of muscle, joint, any sort of discomfort, head discomfort, anything like that, even digestive. So you can even put a little bit on your stomach. So this is a must have. This will probably last them so long. One other product I have here at the end is called Correct-X, and this is a little healing ointment and has lots of good essential oils. It has no petroleum in it, so very, very natural. But if they get, it's more like a first aid ointment, so really good to have. And I think, let me go through and just make sure. There were a couple other ones here. I'll say this one, I'll end with this one actually, for our young ladies. And I would say men can use it, or young boys, but it's really made for young ladies, and the aroma is as well. But it's called Clary Calm, and it's the monthly women's blend. But this one helps with any kind of cramps, any kind of PMS symptoms. And so this is pretty much a must for our girls at school. And I know that my daughters like it. It really helps with some cramping, and I know their friends love it too. So this comes very recommended by teenagers themselves, Clary Calm. And it's a wonderful aroma, very calming. So it also is an extra bonus just to even use it that way. You don't have to just use it that one time a month. So that's everything. I did it about 28 minutes. And if you have any questions about anything, please let me know. And if you are interested in starting with something for your college student, I have an interest form on my link in bio. You can just fill in your information and I'll contact you. And then I do have a link to some items already set up in a shopping cart that you can go ahead and start with on your own. But if you'd like to touch base and kind of personalize it for your child, please let me know. And we have a lot of other products on my website, doTERRA website, that you can look at as well. But to get the wholesale, it's best to contact me so I can set up your account so that you are making sure that you're not paying retail and you're getting 25% off and that you're getting the wholesale price. You guys know that I am super passionate about empowering our teenagers to be able to take care of their health and wellness at a young age so that they start now and it lasts forever. It is never too early. I don't like when I hear people say, oh, they're just teenagers, they'll figure it out one day. Why not empower them now, especially knowing what we know now about toxins in our environment and things that we're exposed to. Just the smallest little changes can make a huge difference for their future. And doTERRA is just one tool in this, way of helping our teenagers, encouraging them with sleep and eating well and focus and relationships. And most important thing that I do as a coach for teenagers, and I believe they would say this too, is their mindset and believing in themselves. And then everything else just kind of falls in place. But sometimes your kids need a little help with that. So if you're interested in any coaching, please reach out to me as well. There's a coaching form on my link in bio, and we can set up a complimentary session with you and your child, or just your child, or just you. So thanks for watching. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. And I wish you very well. A lot of these essential oils can support you too as your kids are leaving the nest. And I wish your children the very, very best. The most important thing that we want for our kids is to be happy and healthy mind, body, and soul, not just mind. So cheers to health, and wishing everyone a great school year.